All right, here I am with volume 2 of our Disney World 2005. This is the skinniest of our Disney trips. If you watched volume 1, you saw this is when I had a film camera. I took pictures very differently. I mean, obviously now I'm doing, 2 and 3 volume Disney trips, whereas this one I have 1 trip per album. And I probably could have consolidated some of this. You'll see that I did a lot of, just 3 or 4 pictures on a double page layout. So this was our spring break 2005. I love this story. Actually, I said we decided at the last minute to go away for spring break. Of course, Nicole looks for any excuse to visit Disney World. On Good Friday, March 27th, we called Disney and made reservations for the following Monday through Thursday. So this must have been the year that we had, 3 of us had annual passes. And I believe that my older 2 kids, back then you could have leftover days on a trip, on a ticket. I think they each had 1 park day left, and SeaWorld was doing a military special so that we could get free tickets to SeaWorld. Not our best theme park experience ever, but I'm sure I talk about that. This layout was actually in one of the Creative Memories idea books at the time. I copied it almost exactly. I could totally see doing something like this right now. I like this kind of geometric. They're not squares. They're just kind of cut at an angle. I don't know how we did it, if I measured or what the secret was, but I like the kind of the stripe in the background with the solid on top. Again, I didn't write anything on the inside of this cover. I don't know why. Fear of commitment, maybe. But I think I'm going to go back and write, something on these now that, it's been 10 years and or 19 years since this happened. I think it's okay for me that I'm going to keep it in this album. Okay, this is so fun because Michelle, who is 4 years old in this picture, is right this second as I'm recording this video in February of 2024, working at the beach club at Disney. This makes me a little verklempt. And this is one of the times we stayed there. I said, Nicole has wanted to stay at the beach club, and there was a 1-night cancellation for Monday. We stayed there 1 night at the beach club. It was crazy expensive. Then in 2005, you don't even want to know what it costs now. She is working there, and I still can't bring myself to stay 1 night. Although I haven't given up. Maybe we'll make it work at some point. So here's the beach club. I took pictures. Again, I saved our resort map, kind of showing, where we were. We were obviously in room 3582, but I don't know where that was. So this side's the yacht club. That side's the beach club. Beaches and Cream. I said we had time for a swim in the awesome beach club pool before going to dinner and dessert at Beaches and Cream. This is where we had seen a special on the Travel Channel. Remember the Travel Channel? Samantha Brown. They have this dessert called the kitchen sink. We have eaten the kitchen sink now a few times. It's a family-sized ice cream sundae made with every flavor of ice cream, every topping they have, and a whole can of whipped cream. Before they bring it to your table, they flash the lights in the restaurant and announce that someone ordered it. Super fun. We made the mistake of eating dinner first. We don't do that now. We eat dinner like hours earlier and then go have the ice cream later. But I love the look on Alex's face as we look at that giant sundae. And there were only 5 of us. We did not eat all of it. I think that was the end. This is fun, just little hexagons. Again, with this album, I mean, I made this probably in 2006 or 2007. I used to be fairly current. It's the old size pages, so it's, prior to 2008 when the change to the true 12 by 12, and very kind of classic old school CM. This is definitely cut with my Sizzix. I have the Sizzix with the little skinny sizzlets. So I started the last album with sticker letters, and now you can see I'm going into die cut letters. So this is really cute with the little hexagons. I would use that idea again. And I still have all these punches, that have the 2 different sizes of hexagon. So I said it was a real treat to get to stay at the beach club, but our 1 night was not really long enough to get the full effect. But that's all right, because we decided on Friday and we went to Disney on Monday. So simple borders. After a long drive, then our swim in the fabulous pool, followed by dinner and a once-in-a-lifetime dessert. We all slept great. Once-in-a-lifetime dessert. Haha. I can't even tell you how many times we've had that now. Here's my old purple van that I love so much with my old Creative Memories sticker on it. I said in the morning it was time to check out and move to our next hotel. Hopefully we'll be able to stay at the beach club another time. I don't know if we've ever stayed at the beach club. We have. We stayed at there one more time. I really want to stay there again, but oh my gosh, y'all, it's expensive. All right, so Anheuser-Busch was offering free theme park tickets to military families. We'd never been to SeaWorld, so we decided to try it out. So here are our free tickets. Here's the park map for SeaWorld. Thankfully, it fit in my scrapbook page. The Disney maps are too big, so I like that this one was more like placemat size and could fit. It would be kind of interesting to go back now 20 years later and see what has changed, but we didn't have a great experience. Here's a nice color blocking layout. I've showed you guys how to do these before. Obviously, I've been doing them for 20 years. This was the Perfect Fit paper, I think, that had this cool waves, and then we had the animal stickers, and it was nice to have those for SeaWorld. Oh, this again, SeaWorld. If you ever had a SeaWorld, you recognize that layer, that font, cut out of some water paper, again, some stickers. The highlight of our day was the Shamu show. That's all I wrote. They had a little Here's to the Heroes thing where they thanked the military people, and, you know, we're like, yeah, you gave us free tickets. All right, we appreciate it. Oh, look what I did, you guys. I did a cut page. I haven't done one of these in a really long time. I put the title across the top, and then I cut the page. So this part is, you know, gave me the extra page. So it's cut here along the jeeping too. And then I just cut this, and then I just taped together the page protector here at the bottom. Let's see. I think we'll zoom down. All right, I don't know if you'll be able to see it still, but I just took the page protector and cut it and then sealed it down with some photo tape. You can barely even see it. But that's how I got the smaller size page. Oh, fun, you guys. It's making me happy to look at some of these things. I forgot all about this particular technique. I should totally do this in a future layout. I said we had waited in a really long line to get to the show. Ended up sitting at the very top row of the stadium. And it's a little strange how all the whales are named Shamu. I said, this is the only ride we wanted to go, and we were disappointed to find out that not only does it cost extra, but you have to reserve your spot early in the day. Getting turned away from this ride was pretty much the last straw on our already unpleasant day. So, like, seriously, this is our trip to SeaWorld. These are our free tickets to SeaWorld. And it was miserable. It was spring break. It was super crowded. We didn't know our way around. We didn't really understand what we were doing. The rides were, you know, I don't know. I don't even remember. It was 20 years ago. I said the whole excuse of our trip was because of the free tickets. Unfortunately, we had such a horrible time at SeaWorld that even with free tickets, it wasn't worth our time. So we decided to leave early. I just remember telling people when we came home, you know, our tickets were free. It did cost $15 to park, and we left early feeling like we hadn't got our money's worth. So I know there are people that love SeaWorld, and I probably should give it another chance, but I'm almost ready 20 years later. I did like seeing the horses, and we did stop and visit the famous Clydesdales. Oh, I said a recent ad campaign featured this little donkey whose dream was to become a Clydesdale. They were showing the commercials, so we all had a chance to bond with the donkey while we waited in line to see the horse. That is a big horse. And this was just, again, some of that CM paper cut with that 12-inch wavy trimmer. On our way out of the park, we stopped for a few minutes at the Dolphin Nursery exhibit. We were able to get in really close to dolphins and talk to the trainer one-on-one. It soothed our feelings about SeaWorld enough that we didn't leave in a bad mood. We aren't in a big hurry to go back, though. Maybe in a few years during the off-season, we'll try again. And maybe we will. So, again, simple page, just a strip, 1.5-inch strip, and some ovals, and then the stickers from one of CM's sticker packs. All right, so then I was able to get us in at Shades of Green, which is the military property. It recently underwent a major renovation expansion. Results are gorgeous. Shades of Green often sells out months in advance, so it was almost a miracle that we were able to get a room there on 5 days' notice. And that's kind of what happened. I called Shades of Green. They could get me in for 2 of the 3 nights we wanted to stay. And then I was able to use the military discount at the beach club and still stay within the budget that my husband so kindly said, if you can do this whole trip for, I can't remember what he told me I had to spend, $500, something like that. It was insanely small, but we already had park tickets. What you call was free. So all we had to pay for was food. I didn't have a map. I guess this is just the flyer, the view from the veranda. Thought it was funny was automatic, pull it to open, like most doors. Okay, here we go. Here's a map. We stayed in 216, which had a nice golf course view. Happened to be a handicap accessible room, so the bathroom was huge. That's probably how we were able to get the room. So here's the map. The original shades of green, I think, was over here. And then they expanded and added this whole other section, or vice versa. I don't remember. So I said we were hot and a little bit grumpy from our day at SeaWorld. It felt great to swim in the pool. Again, super simple, classic CM border. I do love this double square thing. Fun times in the pool. And I did have an underwater camera. I still probably have an underwater camera. I wonder where it is. One of the best things about our family is we have such a great time hanging out together. Even at Disney, we had some of the happiest moments just playing in the hotel. Shades of Green is great because it has so much room, lots of bed space. Alex always gets the extra bed and probably appreciates that it's so comfy here. So, because we have 2 girls and 1 boy, he always gets the pull out. But this was a Zesty Geometric Shortcuts, maybe, just with some little dot stickers. Super simple layouts. We left the kids and went to La Nuba to see Cirque du Soleil. You weren't allowed to take pictures, but I was able to cut apart the flyer. And yeah, I think I covered up, you can see right here, I covered up, you see all those little squares? I covered up all the writing so that I could just have the pictures from the show. The tickets were expensive, $75 each. We can't wait to go again and take the kids. And I loved La Nuba. They have a new show, new Cirque du Soleil show there now. It's fine. This guy that dances on that did the aerial dancing on the silks, like seriously, both times I saw it, like I wept. It was the most amazing thing that what the human body can do. All right, so then we went to, okay, It's a Small World. It's been closed for renovation. It was still closed. Michelle knew it had reopened and wanted to go ride it. So Princeton dropped off Nicole, Michelle at the Magic Kingdom, then took Alex and Katie to wait for us at Epcot. So Michelle and I must have had annual passes this year. The big kids did not. They had single day tickets. So he dropped us off and then we met them over there. Super simple border again, but I could totally still see myself doing that. And some sticker letters. And then this one we had these little stickers and I just made a border of it. All the random stickers that didn't necessarily go together. But how perfect were they for Epcot? And 8x10 again. So when we decided to go to Orlando for spring break, we let them choose which park they wanted to visit without hesitation. They both said Epcot. So we spent our one Disney day at Epcot. The Living Seas exhibit is being updated to feature characters from Nemo. We saw lots of kids getting scared by a giant coral reef character. Michelle said, if I go talk to it, I won't be scared. But when she actually got up to the giant creature, she lost her courage. So she was kind of scared by this thing. I think this was a border idea from one of the CM idea books, actually, way back in the day. So that was fun. Interventions, not there anymore. We did love that. We like sending picture email postcards from the IBM Think Place station. Just a plain white page with a 1-inch stripe pattern paper border. Oh, Wonders of Life. This one's closed. I said Wonders of Life is one of our favorite pavilions at Epcot, but unfortunately it's often closed when we are at Disney. So one of the benefits is going during the busy season. We got to visit our favorite x-ray machines and watch the great show Cranium Command. This might be the last time I got to watch Cranium Command. I don't have any pictures of it, but I do have these pictures of the x-ray machine. I think I like them because I had done an ABC book one time. And, to find anything for X was really hard. So that was like the one thing you could do was go stand behind these x-ray machines. I mean, they're like kind of fake. I mean, it's obviously not your own. This one is like hangers. Katie put her feet up on top as if she were upside down. This one, she's holding Michelle upside down. That's kind of fun. I do love this border that I made that's kind of reminiscent of DNA. Outside the front of this, there was a big twist DNA helix, and I just used the decorative trimmer and made some little stripes going across. That's pretty clever, if I do say so myself. plain white pages. Ice Station Cool. You have to go through the iceberg back then. Kind of fun to see what the flavors are. The only one that they still have is Beverly. All the rest are different. But this looks like a border from an idea book. This would totally still work as a border, just a stripe and a triangle. I'm gonna like make a note of this one, and maybe you'll see this on a future layout. And then I use the hexagon to do my titles. And only 4 pictures. See, this is a super thin album, so I could justify, you know, 4 pictures on a page. Today, I would probably squeeze that all onto a single layout. Same with Mexico. 4 pictures, and I just had the Mexico sticker pack and the stripes. I said we always stop in Mexico to ride El Rio del Tiempo, even though it's probably Disney's lamest ride. But it's quiet, air-conditioned, there's never a line. And after the ride, it's fun to browse in the marketplace. So that's fun. The best part of China is a troupe of young acrobats who do the most amazing tricks. This one I had some Chinese, I don't know, I hope they're Chinese. They could be Korean, they could be Japanese character stickers. Oh, and then Off Kilter. This was my favorite music group for a long time at Epcot. They were a bagpipe rock and roll band. They were awesome. And so this one, they wore little plaid kilts, and I just kind of copied made like a plaid design with some strips of paper. Super simple layouts. Oh, the tiny trains. We love the tiny trains. You'll see this one a lot, and I pretty much always just call it tiny trains. We had a train sticker, so it's just my pictures and the train tracks and a train sticker. I said we stopped for a break to watch the train go around and look for the hidden Mickey. Can you find it? And he's right there. Spoiler alert. I don't know if he's still there. I'm gonna have to check. All right, the American Adventure, one of the most amazing shows. And the prior to the show, we caught the end of the a cappella group Voices of Liberty. So this is like my favorite thing in all of Walt Disney World is the Voices of Liberty show and the American Adventure. These are like my favorites. So I love that we have pictures from way, way back in the day. I'll have to look closely at these. I know that this girl, Tiffany Coburn, still sings in Voices of Liberty, but I don't necessarily recognize any of the others. But that was really fun. Again, there's my 12-inch decorative trimmer. Here it is again, and just some metallic paper. This year is the 50th anniversary of Disneyland, California. All the Disney parks around the world are joining in the celebration, which begins on July 17th, 2005. Happiest celebration on Earth. Illuminations. I said every time we watch, we've tried a different spot. This time we sat on the edge of a planter in Mexico. If we'd planned ahead, we could have had a table, but by the time we got there, people had already staked them out. So I like this one. I like the geometricness of it. I like the stripe and the squares and then these little stickers. I would totally do something like this. And actually, I'm thinking about the totally tonal stickers. I bet I could replicate this. This is another one I think I'm going to take a picture of and make some notes. And you may see this in a future Theme Park Thursday. Ugh. And that's it. That's the end. I have no idea what happened next. And it happened in 20 years ago. So I don't know. But that's the end of my book. I didn't do an end page. I didn't do any kind of a wrap up. That was it. That's the end. No end page. I don't do this very much anymore. I always try to kind of wrap it up. I don't know what I was thinking. So I guess we'll never know. Maybe I need to write a note, from future Nicole, written in 2024. I have no memories about what happened after this. We obviously went home. Okay. So this is volume 2 of the 4 volumes of my 2005 Disney trips. This is the only one that I didn't put a date on. I think because I wrote that this one was Disney and SeaWorld. But I kind of wish that I'd put the date like I did on the others. All right, so give me a day or two and I will do volume 3 and then we'll do volume 4. I'm just going to stagger those out over the next couple of days. It'll probably take a couple weeks because I have other videos to come in between. But hopefully you're enjoying my walk back in time and very old school CM in the old Kaleidoscope 12 by 12-ish old size albums.